My name is Roger Brandino. I'm the VP of Business Development here at One Huddle. Competition. I think it's a part of me growing up. Losers, in my mind, are very easy to quit. They probably don't hate losing. I think winners probably hate losing more than they like to win. And I think winners are constantly looking for success in whatever they're doing. What makes me competitive? I don't know. I think I was born with it. My parents were immigrants here, so they immigrated here and they were competing against trying to make a living for me when they came here. Everything I did, I either needed to be first or the fastest at doing whatever I was doing. I never lose.
What kind of question is that? You always win.
I never lose. Want to try me?
Hey, Jaime here. So our first video went up a little while ago, and one of the things that I've really been thinking about since then was Sam says competition is really important when it comes to making an effective internship. Now, the reason I find that so interesting is because, simply put, I've never really been the most naturally die-hard competitive person. When I first got to One Huddle and I saw how much competing meant to the team, it was tough at first, but I really got into it really quickly. Some sort of switch got flipped in me, and now I'm pushing myself to do better every day, work harder, and I want to know how that happened, why that works. I want to see why competition makes people work better or can make people work better. So let's go and keep these cameras rolling.
When I first got here, one of the first things you said was I think competition is really important, and that was something that was kind of surprising to me because in a lot of environments I've been in, competition was discouraged or it either went way too deep and it was really kind of a toxic environment.
So how do companies get people to compete? Everybody feels good with that?
Yeah, I like
okay.
it.
Are you playing on Snapchat?
I like it. No, it's Slack.
A day doesn't go by that I don't talk to some manager or leader or organization that tries to employ some type of competitive mechanic in their business. And there's definitely no shortage of companies that use sports analogies or the like in order to get the most out of their people every day. But see, if we're going to talk about competition, let's not talk about, all the different ways on how to do it, because I could talk to you about that all day long. What type of impact competition can actually have on a business? Because the only reason that you would try to create a competitive environment is and should be to get more out of your people. Your sales rep walks in, they're about to hit the phones. It's your responsibility to create an environment where today they perform just a little bit better than they would if you weren't there. The robots are coming, and the day that they really show up or the day that managers aren't doing that anymore. Competition gives us opportunity. It is a mechanic. It's a tool in your toolbox in order to get just a little bit more out of your people. And I would argue, and I'm going to share with you, that there are 3 measurable ways, 3 impacts that competition can have on your business. It increases employee performance. When I go to the gym, no doubt about it, if I step on a treadmill and there's nobody around me, I'm only going to run so fast. But if I have a partner or I have somebody with me, it gets competitive pretty quickly. And if you want to get the most out of people, you got to give them something that they can race against. There's a special reason why every single day for our sales team, we talk about winning and losing. We talk about every single day when you show up to work, you're going to win or you're going to lose at something. And see, I don't think that's a bad thing, because if you want to get the most out of your people, if you want to increase employee performance across the board, using competition to get people to have a better understanding of where they're at and where they can get to is just one way that if you get them to be competitive, if you get people to fight to win, and you have good systems in place, you're going to get more out of them. And what does more out of them mean? It means they're doing better more consistently at their job. And number 2, engagement. Competition is going to get your people more engaged at work every day. 43% of millennials say that they are going to quit their job in their first 2 years. What is engagement all about? It's kind of a fuzzy term everybody throws around. All engagement means it's going to get your employees to stay longer. If they like coming to work, if they like the people they work with, if they like the work they're doing, and you know what, sometimes it matters if they like you or not. But if those things are present, then your people will stay longer in your business. Competition is just another way for you to get your people more engaged, more consistently, more often at work. And number 3, thanks, Jaime, it's going to increase employee retention. The right employees are going to stay longer in your business. Think about how much time you spend in training. The time it takes for you to get them onboarded and consistently developed, it's a heck of a lot of time. And that time you don't have to constantly do over and over again. Unfortunately, a lot of companies, they're constantly retraining people. But the right environment that yields the right amount of competition will create the environment where employees do stick around longer. Our employees compete every day at everything, whether they're in marketing, they're in sales, they're in service, or they're on an engineering team. And you know what? They love it. They get more out of themselves every day. We get more out of them, all because we challenge them. And that's my responsibility. That's our responsibility as leaders. The fact is, employees come to work every day and they have a life outside of work, believe it or not. And when they show up every day, they're thinking about a lot of stuff. And I want you to take note. There is a reason that I am talking about increasing each employee's performance and each employee's engagement and excitedness and each employee's ability to be retained and stay longer. Because we live in a world where so much of the business speak is about the whole business. And I would argue that your business is only as strong as each individual employee. But if you get each individual employee to perform better, stay excited, show up excited more often, then the whole business will benefit from that.
And there you have it. There's 3 ways in which competition makes your team better by improving retention, higher engagement, and better performance. And it's really powerful stuff. Thinking about it, like if you take a person, right, and you make them work harder and they work faster, but also because they have fun while they're doing their work, your company is just gonna succeed. Like, it's as simple as that. And I think a lot of really good companies out there, they already know this, they already do this, they try their best to do it. So it got me thinking when we were filming this, like, what do companies do that makes people not want to go to work? You know, there are certain companies out there, their workers, their first thought is, as soon as they wake up, is just like, I just want to go back to sleep, right? So like, what causes that? What are companies doing that make people feel that way? Like, there's clearly something going on there. But what I really want to know right now is, how do you challenge your team to compete? You know, how do you try to one-up each other? How do you get fired up? Share with us, because we really want to know. All right, I think that was it.